going on? It is 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Are you guys ready for the 2020 Perfect Vision live session for today? Of course, it is Christine Austin Ill coming to you guys. And this evening, I am going to be sharing a story that I learned in the field from a gentleman that I met a couple days ago. And so I'm just going to give you guys a minute or so to jump on. I just sent out the email, of course. And man, if it's the first time that you are joining me on a live, welcome. You guys that are on YouTube, of course, you know, you have to post if you want me to know that you are here, because I can't see that on there. But welcome to the live anyway. And of course, those on Facebook, well, what's up? What's going on? So I have both you guys going at the same time. We haven't done that in a while. The last couple weeks, I have been talking about, of course, your goals, vision, talking about the Life Now University and how, you know, the 0 to 6 figures is right now is the perfect time to jump back in or even start over for a lot of you students that are still in the course, because it's the beginning of the year. And most of us are starting at 0. We're starting at 0. So now is the time to go back, get our goals together, our visions, our just everything in order. I just created a worksheet about a week or so ago. That is also available. Everything that is going to help you to shift your mindset, shift your financial picture is found on my website. So you literally can go to ChristineAustinIll.com and click around and you'll be able to find a lot of tools that can help you. This call or live is not going to be long tonight. And I know I've said that in the past and it ended up being an hour and a half, but tonight it is not going to be that long. My husband and I both are hitting the road or scheduled to hit the road in the morning. So I want to make sure that I get all of my work and everything in order, my packets printed out, put together, and ready to go, because I like to be organized when I hit the road. I do not want any stress at all. And that way I can make the most out of my trip. All right. So a lot of people may have wondered why, you know, I talk about like the worksheet, right? Talking about, and for those that don't know what I'm talking about, it's my worksheet that I have. And in here, it helps you track your mental decluttering of the mind, your financial goals, your budget, your physical, right? As far as your workout regimens, things like that. And wondering, how does that all tie in with life insurance, with the opportunity that I have? It all ties in. All of those areas are very, very, very important for the success of an agent, for a success of anybody, no matter where you are, what business you have. If your mind is not right, if your health is not right, your energy is going to be very low. You're not going to want to do anything. You're not going to want to talk about your business. You're not going to want to do your business, right? Your health, you're going to be sick, so you're not going to be able to perform. All of these things play a part. If your money is not right, guess what? You can't go to work and you're going to be stressed out thinking about the bills. And so this is why it is so important to have all of these things in order. And that's why my theme for this year is 2020 Perfect Vision. I am going to be talking about it all year. So if you're tired of hearing it, I'm sorry, but it's going to be consistent. 2020 Perfect Vision. Making sure that you are paying attention to every aspect of your life. Why I created the workbook, so that I can have it in front of me at all times. I have the digital copy and I also have the hard copy, so that it's easy for me to just grab it if I need to look at my affirmations. If I'm thinking about spending money and I know I'm not supposed to spend the money, I have it here so that I can write it down and save, right? Saving is a big thing for this year as well. And a couple days ago, just getting right into this story, a couple days ago, I had met a young 71-year-old in the field, and really great guy, really nice house. You know, he was alone. You know, he no longer was didn't have his wife anymore. His wife had passed on a year ago. And the reason why I want to talk about this particular appointment is because of what I learned, how I felt, what he had told me. Now, this man had been married for over 49 years. And I remember because I said, well, dang, you guys were married longer than I've been born. And he laughed, of course, and he had told me their love story, and they had been in their third marriage together, so forth and so on. But she died. She had died of cancer. And she had a rare form of cancer that, chemo wasn't going to work. The doctors had told her, it was too far and gave her a time limit to live, right? Now, I know a lot of you guys may listen to some motivational speakers. You hear different people talk about, if you had a month to live, what would you do, right? And we think about that, but it goes in one ear and right out the other, because it's not really the case. It's not our case. It's not real for us. Well, it was very real for this young man and his wife, that she was going to pass on at a certain time frame. And the blessing in this story was that they were ones that at some point in their lives started to be very clear in their vision. They were clear as far as their finances. They were clear as far as, their goals. They still had some dreams and things that they did not accomplish at their tender years. She was in her 60s, and of course he was 71. And, there were still some things that they had not completed. But because they had certain things set up, when they got the news that she was going to pass in so many years, her husband was able to just drop everything. They traveled. They traveled. I can't even remember all the places that they basically just jumped and hit different countries, and they just really lived it up for the last 6 months of her life. Even bought a boat. She always wanted to own a boat, and so he bought a boat. And, it just made me really stop and think about how God has given me this vision on this workbook to talk about credit, right? And a lot of you guys know I own a credit restoration company for 7 years. I was the owner. I'm on the Better Business Bureau, Urban Credit, and my little line was Better Credit is the New Money. I've done so many different things in my life, and how all of those things, if I'm clear on them, are tied into my business right now, and how I'm able to help other people understand the importance of every area of our lives. This man told me about the garlic and honey, the black seed oil, which of course we had a great conversation with that, because my husband is really big on the black seed oil, eating healthy, not eating meat and all of these things. And he really just had it together. He was able to do a lot of the things that his wife. With that, I just, when you sit back and think about where you are today, what opportunity you have, are you really taking advantage of that opportunity, or are you taking advantage of it? Right? Like, are you really working to your full potential, or are you just sitting back with the mindset of it's always going to be there, and you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, not really thinking about that future? What if you get sick and you can't work, or you're not able to provide, or you're not able to go and hustle? Like, we have this mindset. I won't say everybody, but a lot of us in the insurance industry have this mindset of we can just go out and get a couple apps real quick and make this money, right? Because it is easy for us to make 500 to 1,000 to 1,500 in a day, right? But what if you can't? We all have had times when we have gone out in the field and we are hitting a brick wall, when we don't get anybody home, nobody's interested, everybody seems like they're prejudiced, right? It happens. It happens to the best of us. And it can happen often. Also, while we talk about staying consistent, right? Never being too happy about getting a big app or having 2 or 3 apps in a day, and never getting too sad when you don't get anything for 2 or 3 days. Like, just staying consistent is a major thing in this business. And man, it just made me really think about, wow. And as I go through my sheets and I'm talking to people and saying, listen, get your bank statements printed out. Highlight, like I love this little cup. I'm gonna show my little cup. Michelle, thank you again for my little cup. But I love colorful pens. Like, I'm addicted to colorful pencils and pens. But really start to highlight certain things in those bank statements so that you can get a grasp on what are you doing? Where's your money going? Right? And then even you don't need the workbook to do this, but I'm just going to show you how it just makes it easy. If you're writing down what you're getting paid, writing down the bills that are due for that week, this is helping you to stay on track with what is going on in your financial world. You could do this on a sheet of paper, but just making sure that you are tracking everything, because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We have no idea, none, right? And so jumping off of keeping the focus on yourself and what you're doing and where you're spending your money, how you're spending your money, the goals. What are your goals? Like, what are your long-term goals, right? Are you on track to hit those goals? Like, I'm 46 now, and I swear in November when my birthday came, and I'm like, okay, I'm 46. I really started to think about what I'm doing. And I can do a whole lot of things. I can spread myself super thin because I have a lot of gifts, and thank God for that. But just looking at what I've done, what I can do, what am I supposed to do? Organizing those things, putting them in a schedule and sticking to that schedule, not just spending the money because I have it. I'm working with seniors. I hear the stories all the time of people that had 6 and 7 figure jobs, and now, they're in a trailer home that is not, they can't keep up with it because they don't have the income anymore because they always thought they would have it. So I'm really focused on, the monies. What are we doing? And that guy, that client, his story really hit home. It hit home. I mean, my daughter today, you're going to get tried every day. Excuse me. My daughter, we went out to the store to get her medicine, and she's like, can I go in and get some sushi? She knows we love sushi, right? And I'm like, no, we're not buying sushi. And I thank God I'm on a master cleanse right now. Lemonade, right? So thank God for that too. But I'm like, no, we're not buying anything that we don't need right now. We are just not doing it. We need to really just buckle down. And she's like, well, if I spend my money, no, you don't need to spend your money either. Like, literally, she just bought her own cell phone. Like, thank God for that. But now she's rebuilding her income. I'm like, listen, all of us need to just start to hold on to this money and save. There's other things that we want to do and we need to do. And so I just want to encourage you guys, as you are going through the new year, new you, new me, all of these things, really take the time to declutter your mind, get those goals down, get those visions down that God has already given to you. Put a plan together and work it. Be consistent and work it. Anybody that is in your space that is trying to tell you not to do X, Y, and Z, that, they don't understand it, God did not give them your vision. God didn't give them your vision. There's always going to be people that don't understand. There's always going to be people that question your motives. There's always going to be people that question what you're doing, how much you're charging, why should you charge this and the third. That is none of your concern. We all have a purpose, all of us. And just like when, a loved one dies, most of us don't know the reason why they were sick until they die, and then somebody ends up being saved because of it, right? We never know. So don't be so concerned about the next man. Be concerned about this man, right? And your relationship with that one. And everything else is going to work itself out. But let's have 2020 perfect vision in 2020. Get everything down, guys. You need to itemize your life. Get your charts together. Don't just put a vision board together and forget about it. Focus on that thing. Put the plan of actions together so that you can obtain those things, because it's important. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. But if we're here in the 70s and 80s, I don't think you want to, live paycheck to paycheck if that's how you're living today. Because trust and believe, especially if you have a 9-to-5, when you retire, you're on a 70% of that income. If you're struggling today, that's not going to work tomorrow. If you're at 6 figures and you're struggling today, it's just a matter of not managing the money, period. You need to focus in on what you're doing with every dollar that you're bringing in and everyone around you. I am a giver. I am a giver. I'm a giver. And I know that. And that is one of the things that I struggle with. I love to give. This year, I am like, I have my little sheet. And every time I think about buying or giving somebody some money, I put it down on there. And I'm like, okay, that was $25. And I immediately move it from my checking over to my savings. Because guess what? I would have bought it at Walmart. Walmart would have that $20, $30, $40, $50, $100. Why not me, right? The nails. I'm being consistent. Now, this is killing me because y'all know I love me some nails. I was spending $120, $140 a month getting my nails done. For what? Nobody would even compliment my nails until I started buying these 99-cent, press-on nails. And then I got a ton of compliments. And I'm thinking, really? These were 99 cents. But we have to think about why we're doing the things that we're doing. All right. And we're at 8. I was going to say 2018. I'm on military time. But we are on 8/18. What's up, Alex? I'm gonna say what's up to a couple people. I see we have Jamil on here, Marco, Brian, Aisha, Devin, Stu, Alex, John, Chad. What is going on, guys? Michelle, Shane, Raheem. I see you, and I see about 33 other people on YouTube that did not say anything, so I don't know your names. And Angela. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Angela. I appreciate you. Sorry I couldn't take you. You're out of Michigan. I'm Pennsylvania, Ohio, Delaware, Virginia, Florida, certain parts of Florida. That is where I am able to hire individuals and work with you and train. All of my training for my agents is free, of course. Anyone else that's in other companies or, other agencies, feel free to go check out my website, ChristineAustinL.com. And you can check out the university. I have tons of information that's out there to help you guys in any field that you're in. All right. Hello, Shannon. And I see Angela again. Good to see you guys on here. It's open. I'm going to open up the live right now. If you have any questions or comments about anything else, feel free to post them right now. I definitely can jump to any subject that you would like. But I definitely want you guys planning, journaling. Get your money in order, right? Start to keep some money, put it in a savings account. I have a credit union that is an hour away from me. I do not have a debit card, a Mac card, checks. I have no access to it. I transfer the money to that savings account. It takes 2 days to even get to the credit union. And they close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're not open on Saturdays and Sundays. Find yourself a credit union like that where you can't access the money. I bet you can save then. All right. They don't even have Zelly. So I can't even Zelly the money from that account over to PNC or Wells Fargo. So if you are somebody that in order to save, you have to put it in a place that you cannot see the money, do that. Those that are with Lincoln Heritage. Hey, Miranda from Texas. Good to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Those that are with Lincoln Heritage, we have what's called the elective withholding. You can call Lincoln Heritage and ask them to hold a percentage of all of your advances. They will hold that in a secure account for you. You can't, look anywhere online for a balance or transfer it out. You can call for it. But the goal is to just have that money somewhere where you can't see it. And at the end of the year in December, before Christmas, they release all of the funds to you automatically. So it is something that is released to you at the end of every year. And then you start over again in January. All right. And again, for Lincoln Heritage people, that is called the elective withholding. Those people that have regular 9-to-5s, I would suggest that you have, since you have direct deposit, like I used to do when I worked at Highmark, I would have set amount going to different bank accounts. And that way I didn't have to worry about touching it and moving it. It would automatically go to a savings. We have to start investing. We have to start saving our monies. We have to start looking at what we are doing and prepare. We have to prepare for tomorrow. All right. So any questions, any comments, feel free to go ahead and post. I know that this is a little bit of a delay on the YouTube as well as Facebook, but feel free to post any questions, any comments. Again, I said tonight was definitely going to be a short one because I'm hitting the road in the morning, and so is my husband. And we are out of here, y'all. We're going to go bless some people. We're going to bless some of these seniors out here that need us. Oh, I'm waiting for a little comments or anything. While I'm waiting, I definitely, hey, Tony, I see you from Cali. I definitely want to mention life insurance agents. Keep in mind when you are out here, do not let these seniors punk you. All right. Don't let them punk you. Don't let them tell you at the door that they're not interested or they already have life insurance. They had life insurance before they filled out that lead. All right. They already had life insurance. Our job is to figure out, why did they fill out the form? Right. Okay, Angela, you said, how did door knocking work out? What do you mean, how did door knocking work out? For me the other day or period? Help me out with that one. But you definitely want to make sure that when somebody's coming to the door and they're like, oh, you know, I'm not interested, slow them down, slow their roll down, slow them down. And say, okay, let me just be clear because I'm traveling. Are you telling me that you are not interested to go over this information right now? You're not interested in, you know, a cash benefit that pays on 24 hours and family support for your family. Like, what exactly is it that you're not interested in? Because I need to make sure that we're updating the file correctly, because the company's sending us out here all over the world to make sure that we're helping your family. So you want to make sure you're getting clarity. It may be that they don't want you in their house right now. It may be that they are busy right now. So don't just take that I'm not interested as they're just not interested in the program. It may be they're not interested in doing this right now. All right. So we have to slow them down and ask them questions. Yeah. Make sure you're asking the seniors, the individuals up front, is there anyone else that needs to be there in order for them to make any financial decisions? You do not want to go in and spend your 40 minutes and then they tell you that their kids are the ones paying their bills. Oh, this week, it was great, Angela. I have, okay, so Angela's asking me how was my door knocking for this week. And I ordered 72 leads for those that may not have been on one of the other videos. I ordered 72 leads for this month, 72. And I should look through it. So first week, I had a lot of apps, right? I had a lot of people. And of course, you know, I'm going to my sheet. So I did very well. My first week had tons of apps, tons of activity, which I was grateful for, because the first week of this month, I prayed that God let me see a lot of people and help a lot of people get good to goes. And so I did. This week, I went out. I had my 2 days out in the field this week, and I was able to clear out 9 people that were broke, not interested. The homes were vacant, and 2 had died. So it was great. It was absolutely phenomenal. Although I only have 1 sale on the one day on Tuesday, and I didn't get anything on Wednesday. And today was my video day. And I did phone calls earlier today. But I got through people that were home and they were not interested or they were not able to afford it. And you're going to get that because it's numbers. So I was so happy that they were home. I'm like, thank you very much. I'm so glad you were here. I could get you marked off. And of course, I'm keeping track of that on that little sheet. My people that are broke, not interested, not home. Some of the people I did not mark on here because I did not sit down and do a full presentation. They were individuals that like stopped me at the door. And I was like, listen, I need to make sure, are you not interested in this? Do you need a different agent? Do you want a white agent? Because I do work in the areas that are, predominantly white. So if I feel any kind of bad energy, I ask them. And I'm like, listen, this is about your family. I can get a white agent out here. I have no problem with that at all. But just let me be clear. Or is it that, you have things in order? And then I had a couple that were dementia, the wives, they had everything paid. They already had money. And I wonder because, they were on the internet, they were web leads. And I pulled up to the house and I'm thinking, this is like a mansion. They have a farm, all kinds of horses and everything is like up to par. It's not really our clientele for final expense, but I knocked anyway, because you never know. And so very nice people. I had some very, very nice folks. So I enjoyed my week and I'm out tomorrow. So the week is not over. I'm working tomorrow, the full day, half a day on Saturday. And then I'll probably dip out a little bit on Sunday if I'm allowed. I got to check with the husband. But yes, so it was good. I have 49. I have 49 leads left. 49. So I'm getting through them. And there's a ton more people that I need to help. So I'm excited about that. Next week is 5 field days, field and phone days next week. So I'll be more in the field next week than this week. But thanks for asking. I'll keep you posted. I'm keeping track of everything in my workbook, just like I'm, those individuals that have purchased the workbook. I'm asking you guys, stay on track with it, print it out and be diligent. It works. I don't know how many people have sent me emails. I mean, I'm like so excited for the people that have sent me emails and like screenshotted showing me how much they're saving because they didn't even realize what they were spending their money on either. And so that is awesome. I love those. Keep them coming. Definitely post them on the videos. I mean, it's good for other people to see that you're finding money that you have and didn't think that you have. Like, man, it just brings me joy. So I'm done. I am 100% done. I have 1 minute. Guys, you have 1 minute. What do you want to ask me? Anything else? Anything else? Going once, going twice. I told my husband I was getting off of this on time. I'm going to be off on time. Is the workbook available on your website? Yes. Jeremiah, my workbook is on the ChristineAustinIll.com. So my first name and my last name.com. And on the tab, it's our workbook. And you also see the tab for Life Now University, and you'll be able to see the courses there as well. All right. So I see a couple more on there. And it's only it's like $14.99. Everybody that has the workbook, the digital copy is online. It's online. When you purchase it, you're going to go back to merchant and the book is going to pop up. If you miss it, don't worry. Soon as it comes through, about 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you're going to get an email with the book on there again. All right. Yes. And as I'm updating it, so like all of the individuals who actually bought the workbook the first week, I did not have in there the 2020 Perfect Vision sheet. And this is the sheet for you to keep with you, to keep track of things that you are not going to buy that you would have normally bought. And you need to put the dollar amount and then check it off when you move it into your savings. And then at the end of the month, it's for you to be able to see exactly how much money you saved instead of giving to the dollar store or, the Walmarts or Wawas or wherever you spend those extra money dollars. Walmart. I'm a Walmart freak. So when I add something additional, you automatically will get that email saying, hey, here's an additional tracking sheet. And of course, that is free. Any updates are just automatically going to go to your email. All right. Because As I'm working through it, you know, God is just good. That is a God workbook, because that came to me. I came down here, I put it together, I went away from it, then I came back, printed it, and I started working on it. And I was like, man, this is good. So I can't take the credit for that. Thank you, Lord, for that. But as things are coming, or as even some agent, I had an agent say, hey, that'd be a good idea if you added that in the workbook. And I was like, you know what, that is a good idea. And so I added something else to it. So as if there's anything that's being added, you will automatically get the email with the addition to it. All right. So I'm always tentatively about bringing a race issue into my introduction. I deal mainly with, okay. So Miranda has a statement on here. I'm always tentative about bringing a race issue into my introduction. I deal mainly with African Americans, and after listening to you, I've only felt like asking the question last week, even when I was uncomfortable. Yeah, you know, we're here to help the people. Bottom line, period, right? And if we have a lead and they filled it out, there's an interest there. And if they're just not going to take out a benefit because of me, I have white agents that are in the agency. Hey, you know what? So and so, could you go and help this person? They really need it. They just didn't want me. Here's my agent number, and we can split it, you know, or swap leads. There's all kinds of ways that you can work around that so that that person can get help, and they still deserve help, even if they're prejudiced. You know, that's their own fault for how, you know, they are and how they were raised. That has nothing to do with you. So don't take it personal. Period. So that's it. All right, guys, I'm out. Love you. Peace. ChristineAustinIll.com. Go check it out. And make sure you comment down below. Anything you need, let me know. I'm here for you. You guys have a great day. Be blessed. 2020, perfect vision. Remember, get yourself in order.